Hey, what's up, everybody? Another great episode of Fourth Person Point of View, baby. Today, I want to talk about something that's kind of cool. I want to talk about a great person, a man by the name of Patrick Mahomes. He's a good guy, even though he played for the wrong team. He's an all right guy in my book. But first, let me grab something here. I almost forgot. Something is missing. Here we go. Oh yeah. I knew the room felt kind of naked. Let's put this up here like we at a store. Oh yeah, that looks a little bit better there. Yeah, can you see that there? Yeah, there you go. Oh, beautiful. 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 Cowboy Nation over here. But back to Patrick Mahomes. I'm going somewhere with this. So, Patrick Mahomes, for y'all who don't follow football, Patrick Mahomes has it. Well, first, I got this article off USA Today. It was published by Jacob Kamenker. That's Camenker. Published February the 5th, 2025 at 6:01 a.m. That's the USA Today if you want to go read this article. But it says Patrick Mahomes hasn't yet turned 30, but he has already established himself as one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history. The Kansas City Chiefs star has already won 3 Super Bowls and has a chance to make it 4 in his team's Super Bowl 59 clash with the Philadelphia Eagles. A win would make Kansas City the first team to ever three-peat as Super Bowl champions. He could have a chance to take home a 4th Super Bowl MVP award, which would put him one behind Tom Brady for the most in NFL history. How many Super Bowls has Patrick Mahomes won? Mahomes has won 3 Super Bowls during his NFL career to date. Those victories came in Super Bowls 54, 57, and 58. Mahomes' 3 Lombardi trophies are tied with former Dallas Cowboys star Troy Aikman for the 4th most by a starting quarterback in NFL history. Only Tom Brady with 7, Joe Montana 4, and Terry Bradshaw 4 are ahead of the Chiefs star entering Super Bowl 59. Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl record. Mahomes has a 3-1 record in his 4 Super Bowl appearances to date. His lone loss came in 31-9 defeat in Super Bowl 55 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a game that saw Brady win his 7th Lombardi trophy. Overall, Mahomes has an 85.2 passer rating combined across his 4 Super Bowl appearances. Oh, yeah. Mahomes has won Super Bowl MVP 3 times during his career. Every time his team has won the Lombardi Trophy, he ended up taking home MVP honors. Hey, and you notice we mentioned a Dallas Cowboy in there just for you haters. Yeah, you heard the name Troy Aikman. I know. But I'll be watching the Super Bowl, I will. And, my team is the Cowboys. But so, I was at Lowe's earlier. I'm always at Lowe's doing something. I was buying some potting soil, with some manure, basically. Yeah. So I was talking to one of the Lowe's employees, and of course, conversation at the register. They asked me, was I going to watch the Super Bowl? And I said, of course I'm watching the Super Bowl. I said, yeah, even though my team's not in there, I will be watching the Super Bowl. I called Pizza Hut or Wingstop, grab me a little snack, drank a beer or 2. I'll be watching the Super Bowl. So the Lowe's employee asked me, who do I think is going to win? And I replied, I said, I would like to see Mahomes win. And the Lowe's employee said, ain't no way. I said, what do you mean? They said, I'm not rooting for Mahomes. I said, why? They said, I'm rooting for the Eagles, just so Mahomes won't win. I said, wow, that's kind of deep. That's a lot of hate in there. And man, I said, man, that's jacked up. Which brings me to this podcast today. We have a problem in this country, man, with jealousy and hatred. Because even though this is a football game, I've witnessed that multiple times. I have witnessed these same type of acts. And even though it's a football game, like I said, it's a Super Bowl, that's a personal problem inside of this person, this Lowe's employee. But it's not just them. A lot of people out here think the same way. You don't want to see Patrick Mahomes win because you don't want to see him go down in the history books. I am glad, I thank God that I do not have that kind of jealousy and hatred in my heart. To me, that's loser stuff. If a person looks at a football game like that, you best believe that's how they look at life. And you say, well, Willie, what's the big deal? Let's look at it from a fourth person point of view. If you have a drop, and I mean a drop of jealousy and hatred in your heart like that for a Super Bowl game, I can just imagine how you look at everything else. Say, for instance, you have a friend that's happily married, they have a nice family, they have a home and a car. Say they tell you, I'm getting another promotion. You're not going to be happy for them. You're not. You're not. You're going to be hating it. You are. It's in your heart. And somebody might come back and say, well, that's different. No, it's not. If you are a jealous person, if you have hatred in your heart with certain things, you will have jealousy and hatred in your heart for the majority of things in your life. Trust me, I've witnessed it. The only reason this person, this Lowe's employee, could tell me they was not going for Mahomes was they didn't want him to win. They knew Mahomes' stats. They said I do not want him to win another Super Bowl, another MVP. And I was like, man, that's jacked up. It is. Because I, on the other hand, I like watching him play. Even though I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan my whole life. Like, my whole life. Now, I do have certain players that I support. I do. Even in basketball, there are certain players that I support. Even if you're not on my team, I support you. And in football, I'm the same way. I like watching Patrick Mahomes play. The boy can play. He's got it. Yeah, he's got it. It's hands down. You can't take the gift God gave him. I mean, I watched him one game. He was under pressure, and I saw how he came from the top up here. He was scanning the field. He adjusted his hand. Bam, bam. He was about to get tackled. And I can tell he played baseball like me. I saw Patrick Mahomes take that ball and move it down 3 notches while he was scanning the field. He was about to get sacked. The person he was throwing the ball to was in a tight hole. I saw Patrick Mahomes take that ball and drop it by his hip. He shot from the hip. I seen him throw that ball side on. I'm talking. He flipped it side on him. It came like he shot a gun, and it spiraled up. Bam, went to the target. You can't argue with that, man. That is God-given talent and DNA. You know, his daddy was a professional baseball player, and he played baseball, I think. So I like watching the guy perform. I ain't gonna lie. Hands down, I like seeing the man play. I mean, the Eagles are good too. I watched a few of their games this year, and they're good. They it's gonna be a good game. You can't go wrong. So I mean, I'm not I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. But what I'm not finna do, I'm not finna watch no Super Bowl game where you got all these great American people out there. I mean, diverse, from different parts of the country, playing a healthy game, and I'm not going to root for somebody because I want to see them lose? No. I don't have that in me. I thank God. I thank God I do not have what that Lowe's employee has inside of them. And I even told them, I said, you don't think that's kind of a little bit haterish? They said, hell no. They said, hell no. They said they don't want to see him win. I heard somebody else say the same thing. And I was like, man, I thought it was just that one person, even though I know haters are everywhere. They come in all different shapes, sizes, and colors. But I didn't know it sometimes when you get reminded of something, you be like, wow, I had forgot about it. But it just shows me how people think, man. So I said, man, I'm going to do a video. Because I feel like it's something you got to be aware of. When you hear somebody talk about they don't want to see a person win just because it's success for that person, you have to pay attention to people like that. And this person wasn't talking from a joking perspective either. No, this was deep. That's why I'm doing this video. It was deep. I said that person got hatred in their heart. That's not just football. That's how they look at life. And what I'm getting at is sometimes when you are a successful person, you're the type of person who loves to win the right way, you better listen to your friends. Straight up. If you got friends around you who, I hope he lose, I hope he fall, I hope he breaks some, because I don't want to see him win. You better watch that person. That's that person's character. That is a evil spirit inside that person. And that energy, if that energy is around you, it might limit you from accomplishing certain things if you're not aware of it. Because a jealous person and a hater, they're dangerous. They are. I mean, and like I said, it's ways to joke around, root for the underdog. I mean, if they would have said I'm rooting for the other team because I want to see them win or a certain player win, you would have been like, okay. But when you just say, I don't want to see, I'm not rooting for the other team, but I'm not rooting for him because I don't want him to win, so I'd rather see them win just for, yeah, that's deep there. That's deep. That's deep. And that's a problem. That's one of the problems we have in America as a whole. We got too many losers, too many jealous people, too many haters, too many people who don't want to see other people win. Because when other people win, that's an airplane overhead. When other people win and you are trying, God, the universe, whatever, has to throw you something. I mean, you have to advance somewhere yourself. I mean, that's how I look at it. That's why I'm not a hater. If you live right and you work at something and it's God's will, meaning you are in the right place, something has to work out in your favor. Something. And Patrick Mahomes, his daddy's a professional athlete. He grew up playing baseball and football. He can play. and this area right here, Mahomes has led the Chiefs to 7 consecutive AFC Championship game appearances and 5 Super Bowl appearances since becoming their starting quarterback in 2018. He is one of 5 quarterbacks in NFL history to win 3 or more Super Bowls as a starter. I mean, this man he's still young. Why would you not root for him? what I'm trying to see here. Let me see. How tall is Patrick Mahomes? Okay, that's what I was looking for. Oh, he's a pretty big old cat. Patrick Mahomes is 6'2", 225. Huh. 6'2", 225. Travis Kelce is 6'5". Lamar Jackson is 6'2". Tom Brady is 6'4". Joe Burrow is 6'4". Yeah. 6'2", 225 though. Patrick Mahomes is in the right world. He's that seed that's in the proper soil. He's in the proper soil, so he's supposed to sprout. He's supposed to grow. You see where I'm going with this? 6'2", 225. Daddy was a Major League Baseball player. He probably went to great schools, probably been groomed to be an athlete. When you put Patrick Mahomes on a sports field, he is supposed to blossom into the person we see. He played high school just like a lot of people. He went to college and played. He went to the NFL. The young man is in the right environment where he is supposed to goddamn sprout. He's supposed to grow. That's why this is bothering me. That's why when the employee said that, I'm like, what do you expect? So when you get somebody who thinks on I guess that'd be the independent variable, that's not good. What do you expect from him for everything that's inside of him to get put in the right soil? He's supposed to grow. A lot of them people there are in the right environment. I mean, Michael Jordan on a basketball court with a cup of Gatorade or water, he's supposed to sprout. He's supposed to blossom. That's my problem. That's why I didn't like what the person said. Because it's jealousy and hatred, and it shows me either you a loser, a bum, or you will never be nothing. And that's why you never gonna get blessed. You cannot look at the world from that perspective. It's like looking at Serena Williams. A tennis racket and a tennis ball, she comes alive. Floyd Mayweather, boxing gloves, a mouthpiece, put him in the ring, he comes alive. My guy here, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali wasn't no damn jazz singer. Muhammad Ali wasn't no tennis player. He was a boxer. You see where I'm going with this? Don't be a loser, man. Don't be a hater. When you see people end up in the right environment and they blossom, you should say, hey, thank God that person found their pot of soil. Now you got to find yours because you have something. Now you might not get planted and go make millions of dollars like Patrick Mahomes. You might not get fame, which you should want it. Who wants fame for no reason? A bum? But you might not reach his status, but there's some little pile of soil that somebody can put you in, and you're supposed to grow and develop. You're supposed to grow and develop. So don't be a loser. Don't be a hater. And whoever you rooting for in the Super Bowl, root for them. But don't root for nobody because you don't want them to succeed and win. Yeah, that's a loser. That's a loser, man, for real. And if you think like that, you ain't gonna never have nothing. You will never have nothing. Because, and if you do ever get something, mark my word, if you do happen to get something, just say you hit the lottery, you will be miserable. You will be miserable with any blessing that you have because your heart's not right. And you got a lot of people that accumulate material things and they wake up every day miserable. They still poor, spiritually and mentally. So that's why this was something I wanted to talk about, because it's never been me. I don't care about your success. Him winning ain't gonna help me or hurt me. I mean, it might help me if I could find one of these boards and bet a few dollars on, which I probably won't, I might. But you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person who go out there and you don't want the man to win just because you don't want to see him succeed. You should watch that game and, hey, congratulate everybody out there and say, hey, good job. And one day, somewhere in this universe, somewhere God wants you to be, and if you get to the right environment, you will blossom. Trust me. But I'm going to get off here. This has been another episode of Fourth Person Point of View, baby. Take care. I'm out.